Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple more lines. Go ahead and make, I don't know, let's do one of those, and let's do another one down here.
Do they have to be the same size?
No. Do one line and then do one that is, you've just got a point above it. It doesn't matter where it is, just somewhere above it. This is called perpendicular bisector. And this is a perpendicular bisector. No, let's just say this is perpendicular through a point. Okay. I know you can't read that because my thing is in the way, sorry. Okay, so you're just going to label these two. I'm going to show you really quick. It's not hard. This is basically the same process. We add a step here. These two things are really similar. This one just has one additional step, okay? And there's one more that's similar too, and I'll show you that one down at the bottom here in a second. First thing you do, and if you'll look at your notes, this is the first one on the front, perpendicular bisector, because they figure you know how to copy an angle, which you probably didn't, but now you do. Okay? Perpendicular bisector, you want to spread your compass so it's a little more than halfway. You want it to be more than halfway. Okay? You're going to spread it out so it's more than halfway across that line. And I'm going to show you the whole thing, and then I will show you what they're going to show you on the SOL. A million years ago, they called this making a fish. Okay? A million years ago, it was called making a fish, and let me show you why. Now, I happen to be, those of you that, I don't know, maybe some of you will, I hate to even bring up religion here, but this one makes sense. Have you ever seen, I always call them the Jesus fish on the back of people's cars? Do you see the, do you know what, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? The fish that you always see, and then Darwin, the people that have Darwin, they put X's and they turn them upside down. So this is called a fish, and it comes from the biblical reference to the fish. Okay, does that make sense? That's where the name came from. Do you see how it kind of looks like a fish? I can't get my auto image to work well right now. Please do better. I mean, I don't, by no means am I saying it's right. I'm just saying that's where it comes from. I'm going to put it in negative. Maybe that'll make it come out better. Okay. So you see that's the fish. And so a lot of times that's what we are referring to when someone might call it a fish, especially old school teachers. But what they're showing you on the SOL is this X. Do you see the X's? That's what they're showing you. All this X means is this point and this point are the same distance from these 2 points. We're just finding distances that are the same. So we have like this first arc would be step 1, the second arc is step 2, the third arc is to make your point, the third step, and the fourth is to connect your points. And when we do that, I know I have a right angle, and this side is congruent to that side. That's a perpendicular bisector. Okay? Not hard, right? That's all the construction is. Pretty simple. Now, we have to add a step when they give us a point off the line. I don't know if these 2 points are the same distance from that point. And I have to have that in order to make something perpendicular. I have to know I've got 2 points that are the same distance. So think about your compass. How could we do that? Well, I'm going to make, and I'm going to go sideways because it might be a little easier for me. I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to drop it a little bit below the line, and look what happens. I can find a point right there that's the same distance, and I can find a point over here that's the same distance. And if you look at that, sometimes people call that making the smile, because it kind of looks like you could put teeth in there and you'd have a face, right? Okay? I put the pointy end up here, and all I did was make an arc underneath that goes underneath that line. Okay? And basically what I found is I have a point here and here that are the same distance. It's all I've done. And now I'm going to do a perpendicular bisector between those 2 points, which is what we did up here. So this step is the first step you have to do when they have a point off the line. And so now we're just going to do a perpendicular bisector, so we get to review the last one that we did. So we just want to make sure our compass is a little more than halfway across that line segment we created. And I'm going to go ahead and make a fish just because I like to reinforce what we're doing. And then I'm going to take my sharp end. It's not showing up real well. And I'm going to switch over to the other point, and I'm going to make another one. And there's my fish. I now have 2 points, and I can connect them. And I have a line. It just takes practice. You got to be patient. I'm going to connect all 3 of those points. This is the original point they gave me. My fish created 2 points. I made it look easy, didn't I? We'll do it again. Don't worry. We're going to do perpendicular a lot because that's the tricky one. Okay? And then when I connect those 3 lines, now I have a line perpendicular through the point they gave me to the line they gave me. It only bisects the segment that I found. Let's do it again. Are you okay to do it one more time? Make another line. This is the one that gets, kids. Stick another point up above there somewhere. What was the first step? We got to smile. You're not smiling. This isn't really math. This is art. This is art. This isn't even math. You guys are whiners. Now, I made my smile really small. You might not want a smile that small. Maybe you like big smiles, and you can do big smiles. It doesn't matter. Make a big smile if you like the bigger ones. All I'm finding, I have 1 set of points that are the same distance. I have another set. I only need 1 other set. And now I'm just going to do my fish, and I've got my perpendicular line. So I'm going to erase the baby smile. Is that okay with everybody? I'm going to use the big one, just because sometimes it's easier to see on a big one. I created 2 points that are same distance from the other. I'm going to keep working through here.
Good morning, West Springfield. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
More than halfway.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes, we just recorded the pledge for all the parents at home. And now we're going to add, there's my fish. All a fish does is makes perpendicular. Did I go too fast? Okay, we'll go back. It's no big deal. I'll have you go again. I put the pointy end on the point we made, and I just made an arc. Okay? I took it and I flipped it and I put the pointy end on the other one, and I made another arc. Right? And now I have...
There's a 3-hour early release.
Really? Thanks for that news flash.
10:30 and 2013.
That's perpendicular.
That's something new.
Jordan Truckfield Fundraiser Car Wash.
Remember, this is being recorded for all our posterity, so you can go home and watch it.
Family, 30 cars.
Look for others. I'm going to do some others that will record.
Teachers, please